Hey, what's going on, guys? So the Gunpla Builders World Cup, otherwise known as GBWC, if you guys didn't know, is an international annual Gunpla competition that's put on by Bandai Spirits, and if you're lucky enough to live in one of the qualifying countries, you can enter for your chance to win in your country, which means you'll get a free trip over to Japan. Now, I assume probably a lot of you already knew that, but maybe what you don't know is that once the winners get their trip over there to Japan, there's a whole lot of really cool stuff that they get to do and that they get involved with that us on the outside don't really get to see. So what I wanted to do was show that to you guys by going over there and joining in and recording the whole thing, all of the experiences of the GBWC winners, and sharing that with all of you guys, and hopefully inspiring and motivating a lot more people to want to join in the competition, because it's a really amazing experience. Now, even though I didn't win this year, I was lucky enough to be able to go along, and so I have to say a really big thank you to the USA winner Tim and then the Australian winner Aaron as well. Both of those guys were really instrumental in talking with their reps to help get me access to everything there. And then of course have to say a big thank you to Adam at USA Gundam Store. USA Gundam Store provided the backing for me to be able to go over there and record everything for you guys. So without Adam's support at USA Gundam Store, I wouldn't have been able to go at all. So guys, if you get a chance, say thank you to them. Head over to the USA Gundam Store site. As always, the link will be down in the video description below. It's all made possible thanks to them. So all of the coverage of the event is going to be separated into 3 videos. So the first video is going to cover the Saturday night before the event, and then Sunday morning, the setup at the event, and the lunch before the big awards ceremony. Second video is going to cover just the awards ceremony itself, when they announce who the winners are and everything. And then the third video is going to cover the after party, which is really awesome as well. So the first video, the part 1, is going to be here on my channel. Parts 2 and 3 are going to be over on the USA Gundam TV channel. So go over there after you're done watching part 1, where you can see the awards ceremony and the after party. Those videos will be on the USA Gundam TV channel, so head over there and check those out. So just before we get into it, again, Tim, Aaron, Adam, thank you guys all so much for the support along the way. It was great hanging out with everyone there. I had an amazing time, as you guys will see. It was just a fantastic experience there, and I'm really glad to be able to share this with all of you guys. I hope to be able to go again in the future. I hope to see you guys there as well. And of course, also have to say a big thank you to Bandai just for putting on the event, but also the help and support that I got from a couple of the members there, especially Koji, Shuhei there, who helped me out a lot as well. And of course, Meijin Kawaguchi as well, who gave us a special message at the very end of the last video, so make sure you check that out. And he was just amazing there as well. It's always great to meet up with him. So a big thank you to Bandai Spirits for everything that they do for Gunpla and the Gunpla community, of course. And of course, thank you to all of you guys as well, just for watching the videos and for supporting me all along the way. Now, without any further ado, here is GBWC 2019. Hey guys, so this big building here behind me is the hotel where they put up all of the GBWC winners the night before the event. So everyone's kind of arriving here. I'm gonna go in, meet up with Tim and Aaron, and then in a little bit we're gonna go have some dinner with Tim and the Bandai rep, so that'll be awesome. But yeah, this is the hotel where you get to stay if you win. So the hotel is located right here on Daiba, which is actually a man-made island in the Tokyo Bay, where the Gundam base and the 1-1 scale unit corner are located. So it's a little bit far to walk there from here, so I think they usually take them in a bus, or you can take, there's a monorail that goes there as well. But let's head in here to the lobby and see who's here.
You're alive?
Winner status. It's the room you get. Not too bad. Oh yes. Whoa. That's big. Nice. So for any of you guys who maybe don't know, they have to leave their works here for how long?
Until March.
So a few months. And so the staff at Bandai are left to disassemble the kit, repack it, and then send it back to you. And so the winners will all leave instructions, or they should leave instructions for the kits, how to take it back apart off the base, whatever, how to pack it, and then how to get it back to the winners in one piece. Yeah. Ideally, unlike who was that happened to?
The Hong Kong one.
Hong Kong winner last year.
In the box, basically.
Yeah. Google that, guys, if you haven't seen it.
And he had instructions. Like I saw his packing instructions. They just mustn't have read them.
Give him a moment to set up. This is where magic happens.
There's 3 guys in that room.
This is where the magic happens.
This is where Tim sleeps.
In all of 25 square feet.
Uh-huh.
No, fuck it. Here, come here. Thank you.
Hey.
That, man. Holy shit, man. This is his hover tank that he made that I was gushing over. Like, I got one. Now I don't even want to build it. Like, work's done, hey.
There you go.
Shit. Thank you, dude.
Hey, you're more than welcome, bro.
I am really touched by this. That's
So we got the custom sticker.
Yeah. It's all about branding. And
Oh, it's that big.
Let's get that real up close. And here's Tim's instructions. We were talking about this with Aaron's too. Instructions for disassembly, packing that. How many extras did you make?
these are the only 3 in existence. This is the body.
Dude, you forgot his head.
You remember sitting in your little room, doing one part at a time and kind of thinking,
Well, that's the thing, like I said, like, this was never meant for GBWC.
yeah.
This was, when I started this was all just an exercise in simplistic detail.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted it to do. Like, I was just gonna do the Justa and that's it, and then move
I
on.
remember you saying this is a palette cleanser.
Yeah.
This is not for GBWC.
But then I got the idea.
And that's what happens, yeah. The creative juices
Yeah.
kick in and you start going, ooh, that it could be cool.
Yeah.
I could do this, I could do this.
Right.
Next thing you know, you go, actually, this is pretty cool now. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe I could put this forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at this guy making a video.
Look at this guy in a video.
Again. Oh, we're going to dinner. How about that? With Nico from Canada.
Yep.
Some other folks, other fine individuals. Yeah, that's huge, right? I can't even get one. Like I walk past this every day. Like this is in my basement, right? So the stairs coming down here, and then we turn, and there's a hallway right here. So I pass by this every day, and I. Hello. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you being here. Exactly, right? That's what we're talking about. Like evidence. Yeah.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye.
What's going on? Good morning. How are you?
Ciao, ciao, buongiorno.
You can get my good side now. Good morning, world. Let's board up.
Alright.
Paint. Glue accelerator. Paints, washes. Mud. Brushers. Cutters. Tweeters.
David.
What up?
Morning.
Morning. How's it going?
Going good.
Here we go. Brother, you're gonna.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah.
We're all here.
Everyone, the word.
Alright, here we go. Let's go, everybody.
Okay.
Just go modelling the show.
Not really. I think it's
And we're gonna pick up your artwork and like one by one. Okay.
Okay.
Watch out, watch out.
Nervous, more nervous than excited.
Feeling good, man. Excited, nervous.
It's getting real now.
It's real.
Getting real.
This is like one of the best feelings ever right now. Anticipation. Good.
The nervousness.
First corner spot.
Hey.
Unveiling. First piece in the case, officially.
Side ko muna siya ipasok.
Hey, Zach. That's actually the hard bit done.
It's not bad.
prefer that because you don't even see that.
I'm Matteo from Italy. I'm the Italian finalist of the GBWC. Here's my entry. As a military modeler, I always liked the military part of the first Gundam series. Of course, when Bandai first releases the USA Gundam series, I was very excited because, of course, I can match my military modeler passion to the universe of the one-year war period of the Gundam series. Of course, I cannot resist to build this amazing USA warfare, USA Graph M16A5 tank, which I found it a very great kit. It's built mainly out of the box with few minor modification of extra detailing. I've added some rogue surfaces on the turret, an extra machine gun turret, and some details. For the base, I also included a second kit from UC Artgraph series, which is the anti-mobile suite team, which is included. Also this one mainly out of the box, which includes the mobile suite arm and some infantry. For the base, of course, I imagine a warfare period and the tank advancing with the cover of infantry, which are using a destroyed mobile suite arm as a bridge to cross the river. Of course, the total flavor is something like Vietnam War or jungle warfare. I used the very old Berlinden production cluster tempo. And for the rest is everything is a scratch build. For the plants, a lot of plants. I used various products, mainly from MiG Productions, Kamitsukuri, a Japanese company that makes laser-cutted paper plants, and the scratch build, funded in the gardens around house and stabilized with the special products. And that's it. It takes almost 1 year, but not of continuous work, otherwise I will get mad. I have to spend the biggest part of the building collecting pictures and plans to create, I hope, a realistic jungle, which is the main task of this diorama, because it doesn't matter how many plants I put on it, it always looks few. I always have to add more plants, more plants, more plants. At the end, this is the result, and I'm quite happy. After I finished the tank, and I'm planning to realize the diorama, I decided to participate as an MI entry for the GBWC, just because I thought it could be, my strategy was to present something which very different from all the other contenders, and I win. So I'm happy about my racing strategy. I discovered the GBWC last year, since my friend Fabio won the previous Italian GBWC edition, and so I decided to try. And of course, I started building Gunpla in maybe 25 years ago. So I'm not a new one, but I'm a new one in this kind of competition. Follow your imagination and don't try to take inspiration for others' ideas. Follow, if you have figured and imagined something, do it and follow your way. Do not copy.
That's all she wrote. It just looks great, but I love the mohawk.
Yeah, the mohawk.
Oh, that's so good. Architect, did you see this? Tim Harkins, USA, and this is airdrop. I made this in like 2 days from paper mache and hopes and dreams. Alright. No, I'll be serious. No, so airdrop took me like, I don't know, 8 months to make. It's a highly detailed Jesta master grade, customized with scratch-built parachutes, scratch-built jump pack, and some highly modified accessories like the weapons and things like that. Highly detailed and scratch-built base, the whole 9 yards to support the entire unit. The parachutes and everything are held on by rare earth magnets, neodymium, for those of you playing at home. Yeah, like you see, it is literally suspended in midair. So it's dropping. So the inspiration for the airdrop is the 67th Tactical Fighter Wing that's actually located here in Japan at Kaneda Air Force Base. They are an active tactical fighter wing, and I actually found their logo on a sheet of decals that I bought from my local hobby store, and I just thought the logo was cool, but then I did research about it and everything just fit. So kind of the idea was to imagine what if in the future this tactical fighter wing evolved from using jets and planes and stuff to using, you know, airdropped mobile suits. So it just kind of fit the theme, and so yeah, so this is kind of an homage to the 67th, so yeah. So the base is completely scratch built. It's made from a solid core of MDF and then laminated in plastic sheet, detailed up, painted, the whole 9 yards. So it's built in different pieces, so it comes apart real easily, and yeah. So it supports the Jesta perfectly, and I think it sells the look of dropping with the cloud motifs and things of that nature. And then of course the radial blurred, it's not a background, it's an underground, to simulate the dropping motion. So don't stare at it too long or else you get vertigo. So man, so if you ever want to come here to Japan and compete in GBWC, you absolutely can. I've been in this hobby for almost 20 years, so I have an unfair advantage and an unfair head start on most people, but if you continue to work and you continue to perfect your craft and you show full dedication to the hobby, you absolutely can make it. When I first started out, I didn't think in a million years that I'd have an opportunity like this, much less twice, to be here in Japan and competing at a world, you know, competitions. But here I am. So you can do it too. The one and only child of Mecha. Hey, we'll see you guys later. Mecha Army.
David Simons from Australia. Online I'm known as Weathered As. This is my second year lucky enough to represent Australia at GBWC, so I'm massively happy with that and honoured to be here and all that. My work is based around my favourite samurai, Miyamoto Musashi. I just love the story of him. If you're not kind of familiar with it, he's a hell of a warrior, regarded as the best swordsman in Japanese history, and wrote an amazing book when he was in his old age. He wrote a book called The Book of Five Rings. It was actually sort of 5 scrolls, but they put it together as a book. And it's still really current today, and I read that book and it really inspired me. So I try to get elements of that in my build. So I've got the book represented there, I've got his twin swords. He used a bokken, which was rumoured to be carved from an oar of a boat, and all those elements are in the actual work to bring it all together. And he traditionally wore a blue, sort of a blue and a grey, so again I put that in there. And the floor that he's standing on is meant to represent the deck of a boat that he went to a really famous battle on. So the whole work took me about 6 months. Probably about 6 months of work, off and on, and then like the actual flag, for instance, is just made out of foam, like sort of thin foam sheet, just heated with a heat gun so that it takes the shape of what it's laying over. But the book and everything else is mainly made out of XPS foam, or just kind of like carved and painted. Yeah, so look, for me, anyone that follows me online will know that I'm usually like really heavily weathered. I do a lot of weathered builds. With this one, I didn't want to go as heavily weathered. It is a little bit weathered, but like for my usual style, this is very light. And there's quite a lot of modifications. I mean, my main kind of style is scratch building. I'm not really much of a scriber and a detailer, although I do a bit of that. But there's the scratch building and the kit bashing part that I like the most. So looking at that is quite heavily modified in terms of from the original kit. I think the main message, and what a lot of people forget about this competition, is that there's 3 categories. And one of those categories is your idea. And I think that it's really important that people put as much time into their idea as they put into their painting and put into their building, because it's 1/3 of the judging. And you know, you'll see a lot of amazing builds that get done, but they're just a static kind of boring pose. There's no life to them, there's no theme running behind it, and they don't do as well. So this year I really spent a long time developing the idea, and then I kind of did everything else sympathetic to that idea. And I think that, like in terms of GBWC, you have to do that. You have to be strong in all 3 categories and bring them all together as like one cohesive piece. Thanks guys, looking forward to the whole day. The hard bit's over.
Hello everyone, I'm Nicolas Tijara. I'm representing Canada, and this is my build. It's called One Last Mission. And as you can see, basically it's the Gundam being served. We're going to put one more bottle that still has in it. The process took me around 7 months, 6 months, 7 months. There's a lot of some scratch build, a lot of customized parts, little rivets that I took from a lot of kits, especially from Star Wars kits. Being patient and playing a lot of Tetris with them. Very happy how it turned out. I'm very happy to be able to be here representing Canada. Last year I also participated and I won 2nd place in the Montreal competition. But this is the first time here. Don't be intimidated by other people's builds. Don't think that you are not at their level or something like that. For example, I still consider myself as a student, and every single build that I do, I learn from it. I'm always looking tutorials online. Like, it's always a process. Never be intimidated, and everybody started from somewhere.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
대표이고 비욘드라는 작품 제작했습니다. 3개월 정도 제작했고요. 하이레졸루션 윙을 사용했습니다. 그리고 MG 킷들 사용했고요. 윙은 브러쉬, 핸드 브러쉬, 손으로, 붓으로 제작을 했습니다. 밑에는 정통 방식의 어떤 웨더링으로 제작을 했고요. 그래서 40주년을 기념해서 그 전통과 새로움이 만나는, 그래서 어떤 걸 초월하는 그런 컨셉으로 비욘드라는 작품을 제작했습니다. 뭐 어릴 때부터 만드는 걸 좋아했는데 본격적으로 제작한 거는 한 5년 정도. 뭐 1년에 한 번 일어나는 건담인들의 최고의 축제인 만큼 승패에 그 상관없이 즐겼으면 좋겠습니다. 화이팅! I will leave it up to the group. I was landlocked in between everything.
Learn to love that suit when I started, because when I began.
Thank you, man.
Really hungry?
Yes.
Thirsty?
Actually, first.
Oh, hi. Welcome back.
HD.
We change, or we have time to go and change, or we have to go.
No, it's here, so yeah, self-contained. You're good with what you got on, trust me. It's not like a dressy thing. It's to scale.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Why are you using a fork, Tim?
Because I can't use chopsticks, man. I am completely uncoordinated with using chopsticks, but now that I've got my baby fork, I am much more confident in my eating ability.
That's very cute.
Oh my god.
It's my baby fork.
Good. Apparently they just made a batch of eggs.
Yeah, really.
What you got there?
Soy sauce.
Okay. Get a shot. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Press the button.
Yep. Bye.
Look at this.
Get your shot. Empty this thing out.
Look, he's feeling his camera.
Come on.
Disasters on over.
Yeah.
See, I'm being very ambitious right now. No. What do you know? weirdest sensations I have ever tasted.
What's that? What'd you try?
Those eggs.
Oh, really?
The music in the back.
Yeah. So what is...
Yeah, right?
How was that? It was good, man. Like good food. Mad good.
Very nice.
Maybe we've had more. Didn't have all that ramen.
Thank you, Bandai.